Hey everyone, I have Bailey in the background. Today is our first live stream, our first live game. We're playing our first scrimmage of the day at 4 o'clock against Parkway. And we have about 4 or so minutes until start time. We may start a little bit later. But I think we've really got a good roundup today. We see Parkway and Winfield both kind of getting in that mindset, getting ready for this game. So I'm definitely excited to see what happens. Right now, they're doing a little decorating of the field. They're trying to set up some of the advertisements right now, so that's definitely our entertainment for right now. But for sure, this is going to be a very exciting game. And I can't tell if our players are getting ready or not. But yeah, I'm glad that y'all could join us if you're here. If not, I hope to see you in the future. And know that this is a test episode, and we'll be kind of figuring out everything in this episode. And I'll also be figuring a lot of things out. So I hope by the end of this, I come out with even more softball knowledge and how to be a better broadcaster. You know me. Also, shout out, I know you can't see them right now. We've got Mr. Riley to the left. I know that's y'all's right, but it's inverted. Oh, maybe we're starting. No. Doing music and such. And then to the right of me, we have John Michael, who's over this. He's going to be doing the scoring and such. And all our infographics for this live stream. So we've got about 3 minutes left remaining. It's really just a waiting game. After this scrimmage, there is going to be a scrimmage against Natchitoches Central and Parkway. We will, of course, not be recording that, but we want to wish them both the best of luck in that scrimmage today. And then following that, our Lady Tigers will be playing Natchitoches Central. And a big thing to know about that is that our new coach this year, Mr. Ronnie Abels, used to coach at Natchitoches Central. We actually just saw him. He was going out and hugging all of his old players, which is very sentimental to me. And I know those girls miss him, but I know he's already made a big impact on the Winfield Lady Tigers this year, especially with his daughter, Carly, who's a senior this year. So we're definitely going to see that out in the field today during that last game. And we're still waiting to see if they're ready to go. Our softball players are dancing on the field right now, so team spirit is real. We see Coach Abels. We have a bunch of new assistant coaches this year, which we're very thankful for. We know that they're really all putting in the effort to make the Lady Tigers the best that they can be. And so we're really just hoping for the best today. We wish both the Tigers and Parkway the best. There's someone here. What is Parkway's mascot? Do we know? Panthers? We're just going to say Parkway. Do you know what Parkway's mascot is?
I think Bearcats.
This is their logo.
Okay, well, I just won't say. We're playing Parkway. And so, this is the...
We're waiting on an umpire.
Okay, we're still waiting on an umpire. Is that the scoreboard thing?
Yeah.
So...
Bailey, Daddy's hurry.
He's here. He's waiting.
I wonder if the horn works.
I don't know. I saw one umpire walking in and out when I got here. It probably was. I just didn't see his face. There's two. There they are.
Is that Coach Green?
I don't know. I hope y'all can hear our music. It's really good. It's a very good curated playlist. Got some Kanye West playing right now. Thanks. Shawn Michaels call me funny, y'all. Comment down below if you think I'm funny. Don't. Right now, we've got the two coaches up discussing the game with the umpires, what's about to go down. We can see definitely a lot we can see a few fans today, a lot of supporting moms and families. We're excited to see that, and definitely as the season continues, I know our park starts to get even more full. I remember leading a game last year as one of the playoff games, and there were no seats left. So we're really hoping that increases throughout the year. We definitely want to see more people out here supporting our Lady Tigers, but also today we do have a baseball scrimmage going on, so it's definitely houses divided in Winfield today, but we're still so excited and glad to see the support out here today. I'm scared I'm going to unplug something because I keep kicking right here. Whoops. We'll be fine. We can tell business is going down on the field. Coach Ronnie and the Parkway coach are, again, discussing the rules, what's about to go down today. And the decorations and advertisements are almost put up on the field. So kudos to the hardworking, I guess, men out there who are putting in the time and effort to have it. Oh, this is a good song. So let it rock, let it rock, let it rock. I guess we're getting started, people. Also, for those joining, I'll be announcing the players at the same time. Bailey just left us. Wish her good luck taking photos. And be sure to check those out if you ever get the chance.
Tell me when you're ready and I'll cut you off. You ready? All right. Kick it on.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Brandy Parker Memorial Field on a beautiful day for some softball action. As we call out our starters from Parkway, we ask that they would stand on the third base line for our national anthem. At shortstop, number 6, Madison Menard. Catcher, number 2, Zoe Horn. Center field, number 8, Alana Wilson. Pitcher, number 1, Macy Thompson. First baseman, Haley Thornton. Your designated hitter, Michaela West. Left field, Sanaya Tompkins. Haley Jacoby, second. Shelby Vaughn, third. And in right field, Chloe Johnson. And now, get on your feet for your Winfield Lady Tigers. Make some noise for your Lady Tigers, starting with our reserve players, Annalise Nugent, Izzy Smith, Braylee Shirley, and Santana Harris. Now the starters for your Lady Tigers. At second base, Madison Nelson. At third base, Carly Abels. At shortstop, Raylan Bartlett. At center field, Kylie Higgs. Catcher, Riley Lawson. At left field, Anna Claire Bartlett. At right field, Kristen Phelps. Pitcher, Addison Farr. And your first baseman, Carly Caskey. Your manager for the Lady Tigers is Olivia Boucher. Your assistant coaches, Lynn Bankston, Stacey James, Ryan Chandler, Harvey Bartlett, and Chase Bartlett. And the head coach of your Lady Tigers, Ronnie Abels. At this time, we ask that everyone stand, and gentlemen, please remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Look at this freaking thumbnail I just made, bro.
This is still on. I know it looks good. Let's play ball. Got some tunes going. First, we have Winfield on defense. We're going to see them really show off their talents today. We already see pitcher Addison Farr gearing up, working with our catcher Riley Lawson. Addison Farr is actually a freshman this year, and so she's definitely bringing something new to the plate. Last year, we had an outstanding pitcher, Josie Davidson, who actually plays for Louisiana Christian University this year, and we are so proud to see Winfield alumni like her really making it big and doing outstanding in sports, and especially softball, in their post-high school careers. We're definitely in for an exciting game today. We have a majority of this starting lineup who are freshmen, and so seeing them already starting, having such talent, we're really seeing that show today. And also with our two seniors on here today, we're really going to see a lot of amazing things from them today. And I know it can be very sentimental for them. It's one of their first games of the season. They played Grant last week, but I think really being at this home field today makes it all the more sentimental, all the more sweet. And so we're definitely very excited for them today, and we'll really want to see how they're going to work well with these freshmen today. We're getting closer and closer to starting. They're all on the mound, gearing up, getting ready to play. There's the first batter up to plate. We don't have numbers today, so cannot give you the specifics, but we have Addison Farr about to pitch. First hit of the game. Let's see what happens. And it's going, caught by second baseman Madison Nelson. Great catch, Madison. And that's one out already for the Lady Tigers. There's definitely already some excitement in the middle of the mound. They all ran to each other after that play, wanting to keep that same energy. That's really what's important in these games. If you get discouraged once, that really can make or break it for your team. And we can definitely see the optimism in this team today and know that that will hopefully allow them to pull through. Another pitch from Addison Farr. That'll be a ball just outside of that box. Let's see what this next pitch is. Ball number 2 for Farr. Let's see if she can really, center in on that box, making sure that she either strikes her out or gives her a hit that makes it out. Third ball, one more, and this could be a walk for a Parkway player. Let me check. Yes, it is. As you can see right here, it'll say when the balls and strikes and outs are coming up. Score is still 0-0. Thanks to John Michael over here. And it's a strike. So Parkway player is going to come back to the bag. We'll see if Farr can really strike her out in this one, maybe giving her a hit out where someone can catch it. And she walks to first base. Now, next up, we have our next player from Parkway. Let's see if Farr can really bring it in, bringing in another out for the Tigers. There's definitely a big sense of focus on this field today. You can see all those players, really inclining and focusing on that player on first and also what's at the bag. That's going to go center field. Our center field misses it. It drops. There's a player moving to second, third. There's a player coming home. There's a player at home. Parkway player makes it home. Another player makes it to third base, making the score 1-0 Parkway. With that hit, the player from Parkway hit it a little bit to the left of center field, really giving our center field player a lack of time to get there. We hope maybe the next time that happens, she's a little bit quicker to get there, and maybe our left fielder can rush in to go and make sure that they get that play. We have our next player up to bat. let's see if Farr could really bring it in with this one.
You can like see them better.
That's going to be a strike.
It's just in the
Good job, Lady Tigers. We're really wanting to keep a focus on that player on third base. If any move is made, she can easily make it home, and we definitely, want to make sure we're keeping an eye on that. Another ball from Farr. We're really wanting her to strike out this player, maybe get some more action going. We're having a good start to this game. A few things have already happened, and we definitely want to see that pick up. And that's a strike for the Parkway player. One more, and Farr can really get her out with this one, and then we'll just be waiting for, once again, one more out. Score is still 1-0. I hope you can all hear them. They're all cheering for them down there. I think that's a really big part of what that's about. And strikeout. That will be 2 outs for the Lady Tigers, but there's still a runner on third that definitely needs to keep an eye out for. Going back to the girls cheering, that's really what we love to see out here is the excitement. These girls are out here doing something that they truly love, and when they're out here on that field, that focus really comes in, but with the support of their teammates, they're always there to push forward. Whether it's a bad play, someone doesn't make it to a plate, these girls are constantly looking for their teammates for support. And that's going to be a ball for Farr. Again, this next player is on the mound. We really want her to strike her out in hopes for the Lady Tigers. Next pitch coming from Farr. And Madison Nelson catches it. And 3 outs. I was trying to think of something witty to say there, but it didn't come yet. And now we're going to switch. I think up first to bat, we have second baseman Madison Nelson. She's actually committed to play softball at LSUA this year. She was offered, I want to say, around this time last year, and it's, again, really amazing to see players like her going out and Darude Sandstorm is my jam. Going out and really showing their talent on a collegiate level, and I really hope that us as Winfield Tiger fans have the opportunity to go out and support her. So keep listening to the music, everyone. We hope it puts y'all in a great mood. It's definitely putting us in one. We're definitely in the softball spirit today. Parkway's gearing up. I'm ready to see really what this pitcher throws today. Ready to see all these players out here today. And we're going to test run this break scene that we made. Shout out to John Michael.
Make sure your mic is on. And they're about to throw down. And so we're about to have our first batter.
We're back for the bottom of this first inning.
You ready?
Up to bat, we have number 2, Madison Nelson. She's got a good walkout song. As I was saying earlier, Madison is definitely a powerhouse player for our Lady Tigers. She's been very consistent throughout the entirety of her high school career, and we're definitely wanting to see that out on the field today and definitely throughout the rest of the season. So let's see what she does with this first pitch, always keeping an eye on that ball. And it's going to be a strike for Madison. She really just needs to focus on where she's hitting, watching that ball, but I truly believe she can believe it in today. Score is still 1-0 Parkway. Second pitch. And it's a ball from Parkway. We can see Madison gearing up, really wanting to hit that ball out, giving her the space to get to first. Let's see what she does with this next one. And that's another ball. Maybe she'll get 2 more, and this could be a walk for her, an easy way to get on first and really get it pushing for our team today. It's going to be ball number 3 for Parkway. 1 more, and Madison will be able to walk. We're really wanting to see that today. Parkway we'll really get to see them go out today. And Madison walks to first. Great focus on that ball, making sure. Up to bat, Carly Abels. I don't have their numbers. I'm just not going to say their numbers for now. Up to bat, we have Carly Abels, another senior this year. Her dad is actually the coach, Ronnie Abels, and so you can definitely see those family ties on the field today. And she bunts it, getting Madison to second. She's at first. She'll take that out, but moving Madison back to third. And Madison comes home, bringing it home. That is a run for the Lady Tigers. Score is now 1-1. Great focus on the ball and a great play from Abels. Up next, number 1, Raylan Bartlett. She number 1? Raylan Bartlett, a junior, has really been an outstanding player on this team. Again, she's been very consistent with everything she does. We're ready to see it with this first hit. Way to keep an eye on that ball. That'll be a first ball for Parkway. Again, maybe she can do the same thing that just happened. Getting on to first, walking, having the next player bunt. That was an outstanding play from Abels. And that'll be another ball. Pitchers taking your time. Really wanting to focus on that ball. Thank you. Miss Riley just gave me all the numbers, so. And that is another ball. As you can see, changing on the screen. Shout out to John Michael. This way, but that way. There he is. The camera's inverted, so I'm getting kind of confused, but here's the next pitch. And that's going to be a strike for Bartlett. However, if she gets one more ball, she can walk. And maybe that is what we need to see today. Also, for our Parkway players, you're definitely seeing a lot of that focus today. They're, inclined on watching that player, watching the ball with every move. And that's really what you need to see in these games for it to be action-packed. And that's going to be another strike for Bartlett, hitting it outside of the fence. But really just focusing on that ball is what we need to see today. And I really think she can do it, just like any of these players can. So really just that focus is what we need. And once again, the encouragement of our teammates. I mean, right now I'm looking at all the Lady Tigers huddled up against the fence, just watching their teammates. The same with the Parkway players, because they want it so bad for these girls. They want these girls, to go out there and shine and have good plays, do the best that they can. And here's the next pitch from Parkway. And it's going to be a ball, and Bartlett walks to first. Up to bat, number 14, Kylie Higgs. In the comments below, tell us your favorite run-out song, if you can hear them, because they're really good. Higgs also is a junior this year, and we're really ready to see her bring it to the field this year. That's going to be first strike for Parkway. Again, just having that focus on the ball. I know I can say it for about any and every player, but really, watching that ball with every second, every move that they make, making sure that you're swinging at the right time, watching that ball and, hitting it at the right angle. And up. Bartlett moves to second. We now have a player on second. We'll see if Higgs can bring this in, maybe helping Bartlett get a lead onto third base. Really, if she can hit this out anywhere, we could have another runner coming home, which would really be great to see today. Bartlett moves to third, and she's there. No hesitation there from Bartlett. She was ready to take that bag, and she did. And that's exactly the focus, determination, that these Lady Tigers and even Parkway has today. It is all about, putting in your best effort and bringing home that win, because truly it's an amazing experience. Next pitch. And it's going to be a ball for Parkway. If Higgs can get another ball from this, we can get another player on first, giving even more opportunities for the Lady Tigers to bring in another run, just therefore giving them an up in the score. Strike two for Parkway. They're really gearing in on that. They're trying to get our Lady Tigers out as much as we want to get on bag and move forward. And Higgs hits it to center field. It drops to the ground. Bartlett brings it home, and Higgs is at first, making the score 2-1 Lady Tigers. Up next, we have number 19, Riley Lawson. We've still only got one out for the Lady Tigers, just giving them enough opportunity to move forward, bring in those runs, hopefully bringing them a win in this scrimmage today. We see Lawson really focusing up. And Higgs moves to second. She slides and she makes it. She is safe on the bag. Runner on second. Lawson still hitting, and one ball. Great way to watch that ball, Lawson. She's really eyeing in on that, allowing her teammate to move forward. Next pitch. Higgs makes it to third. She's running, and is safe at third. Hopefully giving them an opportunity to bring the next runner home. We are still up in the count, 2-0, score 2-1. We're really hoping to eye in on that today, hopefully bringing another runner home. Lawson, a junior this year, has always been a star player on this team, has been very consistent with what she does, and we're really seeing her pull out with it today, keeping a focus on that ball. And that will be a strike for Lawson. No worries. She can really focus in on that, get back to it, allowing Higgs to hopefully come home and maybe even moving forward to first base. Still only one out for the Tigers, again giving them a big chance and a lot of opportunity. And we're taking a quick intermission. Right now you can see the pitcher talking with shortstop right now, just kind of discussing what's going on with the game. Really, these girls just really need to stay encouraged, and that goes for both teams, having the focus, feeling supported by their team members and wanting to push forward today. So we're definitely going to see that today. Okay, this next pitch is about to come in. Lawson focusing on that ball, ready to show us what she's got today. That is going to be ball number 3 for Lawson. One more and she can make it to first, bringing in more opportunity for our players. Higgs is still at third. Score is 2-1 Lady Tigers. Change the thing.
Oh, what?
It says 1-1. Oh. Strike number 2 for Parkway.
Right now?
No, you're right. Yeah. Lawson really needs to keen in. And she hits it to left field.
Down.
And it's down. Higgs coming home, hopefully making it. And she makes it. Lawson on first, bringing in another run for the Lady Tigers. Up to bat, number 7, Anna Claire Bartlett. Top of the bat.
I feel like I'm afraid of hackers. I wish they all definitely.
Bartlett, only a freshman this year, is really willing to put it all out there on the field. We're, ready to see her and see what she does today, and hope maybe she can bring in another run for the Tigers. We still have Lawson at first, and that's going to be a ball for Parkway. We are still up in the count, 3-1, Lady Tigers. Bartlett focusing on this pitch. Is going to hit it. She hits it to the back. Lawson moves to second, and Bartlett moves to first. However, she gets out, bringing in 2 outs. Up to bat, number 6, Kristen Phelps. For our live stream today, you'll definitely see me psyching out, trying to talk on this and also announce at the same time. So that will definitely be perfected. 3-1. 0, yeah. No, 1-0-2. And that's the third out for the Parkway. Great run for the Lady Tigers, and also a great run for Parkway. And now we're switching innings. And we're back. It is now the top of the second inning. We're seeing our Lady Tigers gear up for another great time on defense. Ready to see Addison Farr bring in great round of pitches. We now have our first player from Parkway up to bat. We're ready to see what she brings in today. Again, a lot of focus on this field. And she's going to hit that ball to third base. Third base throws it to first, and she's out, bringing in 1 out for the Lady Tigers. Great coordination there between Abels and Caskey, seeing that immediate function to throw it to first and get her out. That was a great play from Abels. We now have our next player from Parkway. Again, Farr focusing on that ball. Again, this coordination between this team today, that is really what can give them an upper hand in getting these outs, focusing on each other, using cooperation. And that's going to be strike number 1 for the Lady Tigers. A few more of those, and we can bring in our second out. Far getting ready for that next pitch. She's bending down, ready to throw. Throws it. And it goes over the head of our second baseman. Right fielder catches it, throws it to second. Player between the two mounds. And she makes it back to first and is safe. You know, that ball went a little too far overhead our second baseman, Nelson, just, failing to give her the opportunity to grab that ball. But our right fielder, Kristen Phelps, was running to go get that ball. She grabbed it, threw it back to shortstop, therefore throwing it back to baseman. Again, that great coordination between our players today. Next pitch coming from far. Yeah, that Parkway player on first base and is trying to lead off that base, really trying to make it for second base, just like our Lady Tigers were in the inning prior. Let's just see if these Lady Tigers can really focus in on them today. Far bringing in this next pitch. She hits it. Second baseman Nelson gets it. Second base. And the Parkway player is out. 2 outs, 3 outs. And the inning is over. Or no, they're not. One of them's safe. So, two outs now. Score is still 3-1. I really thought that was out there. But, maybe they can pull through this time. Player on first, next pitch coming from far. That was really great coordination in that play. Nelson was there immediately at second, threw it to Caskey. That's going to be strike one for the Lady Tigers. Player still on first. We're really seeing Nelson. A lot of these hits are going toward that center field, second base area, and so Nelson and some of our outfielders are really inclining on that ball, focusing on it, which will allow them to get that coordination in. Next pitch from far. And it's strike number 2. One more out, and this could be end of the top of this inning. Next pitch from far. We're definitely seeing that tension on the field. There's a player on first. There's always the threat of them moving forward. And that is going to be ball number 1 for Parkway. Again, that's a big thing, especially with any sport, is, seeing how that attention affects you. And so, really, that can make or break it. But the thing about these girls is they're constantly staying encouraged, constantly supported. And that's going to be strike number 3, 3 outs for the Lady Tigers. And we're back. We have our first batter in the starting lineup, or next batter, Addison Farr, freshman. You know, she's been really throwing some great pitches today, as you can see. Still holding out for the Winfield Lady Tigers, ensuring that our visiting team still only has one run. We've really seen that great today. And we really want to see her now on the offensive side of things, you know, how she's going to focus on that ball, you know, maybe hitting it out somewhere. Hopefully bringing in a good play for the Tigers. And that's going to be ball number 1 for Parkway. You know, great focus on that ball, making sure not to swing. Next pitch coming from Parkway. Again, another great amount of focus on that ball. You know, she really watched that. Ball number 2 for Parkway. Next pitch coming from Parkway. And it's a little bit to the left, so that's going to be ball number 3. Next pitch, and it's another ball. Addison Farr makes it to first. Up to bat, number 12, Carly Caskey. I'm learning new songs. I don't know the songs. You had that?
Last time? New Year's Eve?
No.
You don't know that song?
I don't pay attention.
I love playing that.
Caskey focusing. That's going to be strike number 1. Caskey, a freshman this year, is really going to show us our talent this year. I know her and a lot of these girls have really put in the training for this year, you know, wanting to show their potential, show their talent, and we're definitely going to see that on the field today. So let's see if Caskey can bring it in, maybe helping Farr to move forward to second or even hitting a home run. She's going to hit it, shortstop grabs it, bringing it out to second, and Caskey makes it to first. Up to bat, number 2, Madison Nelson. And now our starting lineup is starting all over again. Nelson, you know, she's very good at what she does. We're really wanting her to help Caskey to move forward, you know, constantly pushing her teammates forward. It's going to be ball number 1. Definitely with Nelson and Abels being I believe the only 2 seniors this year, you know, they're definitely going to have a big impact on these girls. I know that they will forever, you know, leave these girls, you know, feeling encouraged, wanting to do more, wanting to push themselves for the way that they are so successful in their softball careers. Ball number 2, we saw Caskey lead off that base for a little bit, but she ultimately ended up coming back to first, staying safe. We are up in the count 2-0. Score is still 3-1. Next pitch coming from Parkway. Nelson hits it center field. It drops. Caskey makes it to second. Nelson on first. Caskey's moving forward to third. Nelson is going to stay on first. We have runners both on first and third. Up to bat, number 27, Carly Abels. Kodak Button. It's a good song. For anyone who does not know the songs, they're very of our time, so we hope you all understand that. They're songs that we listen to. I remember last year there were definitely a lot of like throwback songs. We had one player who loved Michael Jackson. You know, throwing it back to songs like that. We know that definitely gets some of our older fans excited, but maybe y'all can learn to like some. And Caskey moves to third. Matt Nelson moving to first. Abels is going to take. Yeah, Abels. I don't know.
That was a ball.
Yeah, that was a ball, but because of that, Nelson was able to move to third. And then Caskey made it home, making the score 4-1. We're still up in the count, 1-0. Score is now 4-1. We see our Parkway players, they just got done for meeting on the mound, kind of reorganizing what they're going to do, planning out that focus, making sure that they can get another runner out, which, of course, our Lady Tigers are prepared for. They are ready to attack that ball, ready to run, get to those bases, and hopefully bring home another run. That's going to be ball number 2 for Parkway. Abel's still focusing on that ball. Score is still 4-1. Again, just like Nelson, Abel's being a senior this year is forever going to have an influence on these girls, always having a positive attitude and really focusing on what she wants in the field. That's really what, the younger girls need to see in order for them to later become like these players. And that's another ball for Parkway. We are up in the count, still 3-0. Score 4-1. And there's only 1 out for our Lady Tigers. And that's going to be strike number 1 for Parkway. Again, Abel's really just needs to put her focus onto that ball, maybe bringing in a walk for her team, helping her to get on first base. You can definitely tell after meeting on the mound, these Parkway players are not willing to throw it away. They're focused, they're in position, and they're ready for anything that comes their way. That's going to be strike number 2 for Parkway. 3-2 is the count, and the score is still 4-1. Abel's getting ready for this next play. We still have Nelson on third. That's going to be ball number 4. Abel's moving to first. Up to bat, number 1, Raylan Bartlett. It's a good song. Still only 1 out. Players on first and third. Bartlett could really make an outstanding hit here or even bunt, allowing some players to bring it in. Whatever play she decides to make. Oh. She is going to take that strike and allow Abels to move to second. She went in for that bunt, but was a little bit too high for it. However, taking that strike allowed her to move Abels forward. Now players on second and third base. Score is still 4-1, Lady Tigers. Strike number 2 for Parkway. We still have 1 out. Hopefully, if Bartlett can make a strong hit on this, we can bring some players home. If not, maybe she'll start racking up on those balls before the strikes run out. That's going to be a ball for Parkway. Again, players still on second and third. We're seeing right now that second baseman for Parkway is already leaning in towards second base. Every time, a hit is made, a pitch is thrown, she's running to get there to make sure that she's getting a player out, which is definitely, a big focus of this game. That's going to be ball number 2 for the Lady Tigers. We saw Abels moving a little bit far off that base, but again, she made it back. Staying safe. 2 players still on second and third. The count is tied, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. We're definitely, a little nervous to see how this is going to play out, but whatever it is a good play. And Bartlett throws it to center field, and it's caught. However, Nelson makes it home to first. Makes it home. Abel's following just behind her, making it home. And she's out. That catcher caught the ball, bringing in 2 outs. However, Nelson was able to bring in another run for the Tigers. Oh, that was 3 outs. New inning.
That one count?
I guess.
First one. Not saying that you had to go and research all these dumb girls.
I know. I understand. And we are back. It is now the top of the third inning. We've had our first hitter already hit. There's one strike and one ball. We're ready to see what Farr brings out today. And that's going to be strike number 2 for the Lady Tigers. Again, we're seeing all of these girls, watching what's happening on the plate, watching what's happening to the ball, ready to attack at any instance because they truly want it. And strike number 3, and that's going to be an out for the Lady Tigers. We have all of our players coming up to the mound, maybe talking a little bit of strategy, actually just encouraging each other on. That's really what these girls need to keep pushing through. I know that within any sport, it's definitely easy to get in that mindset of discouragement, of, seeing your failures where they are. But, on a team like this of such strong-hearted girls who are supporting each other, it really makes a difference. And center field is going to catch that ball second out for our Lady Tigers. Great catch from center fielder Kylie Higgs. That ball was heading straight for her, and she was immediately there ready to catch it. 2 outs, and this could be a very fast inning for our Lady Tigers. I mean, truly they are wanting to get in and out of this inning, therefore giving them more of an opportunity to score in the next round. Next pitch. That is going to be strike number 1 for Farr. Again, great focus on that box. Throwing it right where she needs to. That's going to go to left field. It's on the ground, left field. Throws it to second baseman Nelson. Nelson is going to throw it to first. Parkway player makes it to first and stays there. There was really no room there for an immediate out. That ball was immediately on the ground by the time it had hit the ground. And so, it was great for Bartlett to really run there and get there fast on left field. We'll see what this next play is. We have our next batter, and Farr pitches. She's going to throw it. Second baseman throws it to first. That player runs to first and is out. That's 3 outs for the Lady Tigers. It is now the bottom of the third inning. Up to bat, we have Kylie Higgs. She just made that one of the outs in the last inning at center field. Great play from her. Let's see if she can bring that same energy here to the offensive side of things. Yes.
Oh, miss left it.
Oh. She's going to hit it towards left field, and that shortstop is going to be there to catch it. First out. Up to bat, number 19, Riley Lawson. Next, we have Lawson. You know, maybe she can give us another hit moving forward to first. We really want to see that today. And that's going to be ball number 1 for the Lady Tigers. Great way to watch that ball. We don't have any action. Nobody's on bag. We are up in the count 1-0 with 1 out. That's going to be ball number 2. Again, great watch from Lawson. Again, we're really seeing that encouragement. I can see all of the Lady Tigers and even the Parkway players, you know, huddled to that fence watching what is going on. Lawson throws it to center field, and the center field goes to catch it and misses. Lawson moving to first. Now on to second. That ball is heading towards second. Second baseman grabs it, and Lawson stays at second, staying safe. Up to bat, number 7, Anna Claire Bartlett. That was a great play from Lawson, you know, not just moving one base, but getting on to second, truly watching that ball. She's switching out runners. I want to say, yes, that's Annalise Nugent, one of our reserve players. We're really going to see her, you know, hopefully bring in a run today. Again, Anna Claire Bartlett is up batting. You know, keeping that focus on that ball. She hits it straight to the pitcher. The pitcher is going to throw it to first. And she's out. 2 outs for the Lady Tigers. Up to bat, number 6, Kristen Phelps. We now have Nugent on third. You know, Bartlett taking that sacrifice for her to move her forward, hopefully giving her the opportunity to bring home another run. Now we're going to see Phelps really put her all into it, watching that ball. And that's going to be a ball for the Lady Tigers. Nugent staying focused on third base. We're really seeing all the Parkway players getting into that mindset of focusing on that ball, because right now anything could happen. That's going to be a strike for Phelps. Nugent's still on third. We are tied in the count, 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs. Score is still 5-1. Next pitch coming from Parkway. Let's see if Phelps can bring it in. And that's going to be strike number 2. Hopefully Phelps can make a hit with this one, or possibly bring in a ball, you know, maintaining Nugent on base. We have 2 outs, so this could be a little bit of a risky play, but we know she will pull through. And that's ball number 2. Way to keep a great eye on that ball. We can see the Parkway pitcher, you know, really getting that mindset, ready to focus, give her all for this final out. And Phelps hits it, and third baseman catches it, bringing in 3 outs for Parkway. And the end of the 3rd inning. first pitch from Far. She's going to throw it to left field, and it hits the fence. Bartlow's having to run to grab that ball.
He just called a double.
And Parkway player makes it to second. That really was a great play
Did he call it ground ball?
from Parkway. That could have been a home run, but it hit the edge of the fence. So we have a player on second, and she's switching out runners with one of their reserve players. Next batter's up to bat. After that play, Farr's really, wanting to focus in, making sure they're not allowing another player to get on, which they absolutely can do. And next pitch, that's going to be a strike for Parkway. She hits it, but too far to the ground and too far left, bringing in a strike. The Lady Tigers are up in the count, 1 strike, 0 balls, with still 0 outs. We see now that our first baseman, Caskey, has switched out with one of our reserve players, Santana Harris. Again, another freshman on our team. We're really, wanting to see what action she brings in today. She's very focused on that ball. And catcher Lawson catches that ball, bringing in strike number 2 for the Lady Tigers. Again, great communication today. We see Nelson talking to Harris, telling her and constantly encouraging her. That's really what is needed on this field today. And that's going to be a ball for the Lady Tigers. One more strike, and this Parkway player could be out. Player hits it to left. It goes to first base. She gets out. However, the Parkway player that was in second advances to third. With a player on third, the count is reset, and there is now 1 out. The next Parkway player is coming up to bat. Again, great coordination there. Abels saw that ball rolling towards her at third base and threw it immediately to first with Harris there to catch and get the Parkway player out. And now Farr is switching out with Caskey to pitch. We see right now everyone is on the mound, encouraging each other, giving each other high fives. Still having a playful and excited attitude. They're all giving each other hugs. We can see Caskey gearing up, practicing some pitches right now, wanting to get in that mindset, especially after just getting off of first base.
How much did it cost to get
I didn't pay.
Eight.
I just walked through.
Regular season is.
I kind of hesitated. I was like, hey. And she just let me walk. So.
How long have we been warming up a pitcher?
Like 30 seconds.
Hey,
Hi,
remember,
baby.
do what you want to do.
We still have our pitcher warming up. Next player from Parkway. Again, I'm really loving the support. All these girls are on the mound, laughing and smiling. That's really what this is about, is still having a fun time, while wanting to bring in that win, of course, because it feels so great to win. But what's even better than that than, having girls who appreciate you and support you and are always there for you. So it's a really great environment out here today. And we're ready to see Caskey throw her first pitch of the game against Parkway player. Count is 0-0, 1 out. Score is still 5-1 with the Lady Tigers in the lead. She bunts it. Abels is there, throws it to first, gets that player out, and the catcher misses it, allowing Parkway to bring in another run. However, that was a great play between Abels and Harris. Actually, Abels and Farr switched out with Harris. Farr getting that, bringing it to first base, and getting another out. We have the next player from Parkway, 1 more out, and this could be the end of this inning. Again, Caskey, just like Farr, really wants to focus on that ball, focus on what she's doing, how she's bringing in those pitches. Player's going to hit it left to Abels. Abels is going to throw it to first, and she's out. That's 3 outs for the Lady Tigers, thus ending the top of the 4th inning. Oh, I know this song. And we're back. It is now the bottom of the 4th inning. Up to bat, we have Addison Barr, who was just playing great at first base, bringing in, or helping to bring in that final out. Again, she always has great focus on that ball. We're really seeing that today. So maybe she can bring in an outstanding hit for these Lady Tigers today. Pitcher from Parkway is getting ready. Throwing. Far throws it to that second baseman. That second baseman is, however, is going to get there too quickly. Throwing it to first, getting far out. However, great play. Up to bat, number 12, Carly Caskey.
Is it cold out there?
It's getting cold. That's what it is.
That is, I believe, going to be a ball for for the Lady Tigers. Again, yeah, Caskey focusing in. She's going to throw it a little bit right of center field. It goes past the second baseman. Caskey makes it to first. She's going to stay there, that right fielder going for that ball. We really saw there that shortstop, she grabbed that ball and was quick to throw it if Caskey was leading off. Up to bat, number 2, Madison Nelson. That was a great play from Caskey, throwing it a little overhead of that second baseman, a little far right of that center fielder, giving no one a true advantage to get there. Let's see what Nelson pulls through. Nelson is going to throw it to right field, that right fielder, and it's going to be a foul ball. Nelson coming back to hit. Caskey, still on first base.
Do we have to do a scoreboard for the next game?
I can do this.
I'm sure we're all get some photo like
Yeah.
Um,
It's going to be strike number 2, again hitting that ball.
'cause
Too
I'm
far
only doing
right.
Between innings, so.
Again, we have Caskey on first. Nelson really, wanting to focus on that ball. She's been swinging, wanting to hit it towards maybe center or right field. She's going to wait that one out, and it's going to be strike number 3. Up to bat, number 27, Carly Abels. I hear myself.
I used to cry when you used to strike out with it.
Really? That's funny. Abels focusing in. Caskey leading off, making it to second, and she's safe.
I think that's the issue, man.
Did they switch out?
Yeah,
They must have.
that's easy.
Is that a ball?
Yeah. Caskey and Izzy Smith, one of our reserve players, have switched out. I'm really hoping I did not call her wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was Caskey playing. Abels watching that ball again. That's going to be 2 balls, 0 strikes, but still with 2 outs. Score is still 5-2 with the Lady Tigers in the lead. That is going to be ball number 3. Smith leading off that base a little bit, but, always watching her back, making sure to go back to second, staying safe. Let's see what Abels does with this next pitch. One more ball, and she could walk to first. And she's going to walk. Great way to watch that ball. Up to bat, number 1, Raylan Bartlett. Right now, we're definitely seeing a lot more fans here. At the beginning of the game, it was, of course, just a few parents, but now those stands are definitely filling up with people from Winfield, Natchitoches, Parkway, wherever it may be. First pitch, and that's going to be a ball. Great way to watch that ball from Bartlett. We still have Abels on first, Smith on second. If she can advance with the ball, we will be moving our players forward. And even if she makes an outstanding hit, we can hopefully bring a few runs in. That is going to be ball number 2, I believe. Smith leading off, but of course making it back to second. Again, 2 players, one on first, one on second. Bartlett hits it. Smith moving to third. Abel's on second. And Bartlett on first. All spaces full. Up to bat, number 14, Kylie Higgs. The bases are loaded now. That was a great hit from Bartlett. She hit it a little short, a little low to the ground, therefore taking away that advantage of the pitcher and third baseman, giving her the opportunity to move forward. And Smith was just there in time to allow her to make it to third. Now let's see what Higgs does with this one. Higgs. Smith is going to run home, making it to first. The catcher failed to catch that pitch. Therefore, giving Smith the opportunity to make it home. Making the score now 6-2, with players on both second and third. Higgs, once again, focusing on that ball. If she does that again, or maybe watch that ball, makes a great hit, she can bring more players home. Score is still 6-2. That's going to be ball number 2 for the Lady Tigers. There's definitely a lot of excitement in the crowd. You can see the girls, up against that fence, excited that they can possibly bring home a win today. That's going to be strike number 1. And so that is really, again, an encouraging factor in today's game. Higgs, again, ready for this next pitch. We're ready to see if maybe she can hit it out, bringing home 2 runs, 3 runs. She hits it a little bit to the right. She's going to sacrifice herself for first, allowing Abels to come home. Score is still 6-2. It is now the top of the 5th inning. We have Caskey pitching again, far at first. First pitch from Caskey, and it's going to be strike number 1. Way to throw that really right in the middle of that box, taking away the opportunity from that player. We're ready to see this next pitch from Caskey. And that's going to hit too low to the ground, too far left, and that's going to be strike number 2. strike.
Did we foul it off?
Yeah, that way.
Let's count Shannon.
She fouled it twice.
Yeah. Well, no, she missed and then she fouled it out.
So is it 1-2?
I think so. It'll be fine.
What's the count, boy?
I think 1-2.
Come on, Shannon.
Shannon.
2-2.
Okay. Player still on the mound. Score or count is still 2-2. That's gonna be a third ball. We can see her coach right now, telling her to focus on that ball, height of it, really focusing on where it's going to come, the trajectory of her hit, how it's going to affect the play. And she's going to hit it right. It's going to foul out, but she's still in. Count 3-2. It's going to be ball number 4, and the Parkway player walks. That was a close one for Farr. Maybe she can bring it in with this one. Or, excuse me, Caskey's at the mound. Who's home?
Is that you?
Not me.
Oh. Parkway player is going to hit it. First baseman is going to go to catch it. She misses. And then the player at second advances, throws it to third, and then finally gets out. Bringing in 1 out for the Tigers and a player on first. I got so caught up in that. It's like, I forgot I had to talk. Sorry, guys, if I get too invested in this game. You know me.
You probably know what's going on.
Yeah, I know. This is a learning experience.
Good pitch.
We've still got a player on first. Strike 1 from Caskey. Really seeing some great alignment from her straight to that box. Let's see, maybe she can strike out this player, keeping the player on first from advancing. Right now we see Farr, first baseman, having a great and keen eye on first base because, you don't want to lose sight of her and lose that chance, to keep her safe and keep her on base. We are up in the count, 0 balls, 2 strikes, still 1 out. And she is going to strike out, bringing in 2 outs for the Lady Tigers. Next player from Parkway up to the mound. Or up to the plate, excuse me. Still a player on first. Farr watching her. We can see Caskey watching her too, seeing if she's going to try anything to really try and make it to second. Now putting her focus all into that pitch. The player hits it, second baseman misses the ball, and the players are now on second and first. That was a close one for Nelson. She touched the ball, but it scattered right under her glove, thus taking away the angle from her and allowing 2 players to advance. However, it was still great coordination there, and maybe they can pull through with this one, since they only need 1 more out, thus limiting the advantage of the offensive team. Next player from Parkway, up to the bag. Let's see what Caskey does with this one. She's going to throw it a little bit too far to the right, just giving them a ball. Caskey focusing in. We see players on first and second. She is going to throw a strike with that one. Great way to focus on her pitch. If she can strike this out, she keeps the Lady Panthers from scoring. She is going to throw it a little bit too far to the right, making the count 2-1, excuse me. 2 outs. We really need her to strike her out because if the Lady Panthers get two new balls, that can advance their players further. And that's going to be strike number 2 for the Lady Panthers. One more, and this could be the end of the top of the 5th inning. Again, seeing that focus. We can see Nelson watching both first and second base like a hawk, willing to attack either way, knowing that the ball could go anywhere. And that is going to be strike number 3. 3 outs for the Lady Tigers, allowing the Lady Panthers to not move forward.
You can read it out.
And that will be the end of this scrimmage against Parkway with a final score of 6-2. We really saw the Lady Tigers and even the Lady Panthers put out their all today. We're really seeing a lot of encouragement today. We definitely see how excited our Lady Tigers are and hope that they can bring that same energy to the game following the Parkway versus Natchitoches Central matchup. Right now we see them praying in a circle, and that is really a big part of what this is about, having that encouragement, having that support, having that teamwork. We hope to see you soon, hopefully listening in on our game against Natchitoches Central. During this intermission, we will see you all later and hope you join us again. Bye, everyone.